fellow foodies, welcome to Tummy Tales, where we dive into an amazing world of baking and culinary technology. We are your hosts, I'm Patient.
And I'm Verene. In BCT module, we'll be covering the essential of 3 different cuisines, Asian, Western and baking. From croissants to ondeh to steak, we'll be covering it all. In this Tummy Tale, we'll be shining a spotlight on Asian kitchen only.
But that's not all. BCT can help develop your basic culinary skill, boost your portfolio, and help you stand out from the crowd.
Through BCT practicals, you will learn the magic of herbs and spices, master basic cooking techniques, and discover the secret of teamwork in the kitchen.
And the best part is, we get to try the dishes and rate them. Will it be a hit or miss? Tune in to find out.
Are you forgetting something?
Oh yeah, we forgot to change the uniforms.
Now that's better.
So let's get cooking!
Welcome back. In this episode, we'll be tasting Chinese food, and now we'll be welcoming our guest of honor, Abhi
And Emilyn. Okay, so in today's menu, we have golden egg fried rice.
sautéed bean sprouts with salted fish, and hot and sour soup.
Okay, so let's get tasting! So what do you think?
I think every grain is like quite evenly coated with the egg, and the flavors are quite nice. Except I feel like it could be slightly a bit more salty. Yeah. So overall, I think I'll give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10.
For me, it's also about the same. I really like the egg whites, and it's also not that hot. If it was hotter, it would be better. And can be more salty also. For me, it's 7 out of 10.
For me, I feel the rice is just nice, the saltiness is just nice, and I like the seasoning. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Hi, so I feel like the rice is very fluffy and like very like evenly coated as well, and like I feel like it could be a little bit more salty and like more flavorful. So I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Fun fact, this fried rice was made by Verene. So that's why she gave herself the good rating.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to the next dish. The sautéed bean sprout and the fish.
Salted fish.
Salted fish, yeah.
The bean sprouts is nice. As a person who doesn't really like bean sprouts, it's like quite juicy and it's like soaked up the flavors that are put into it. And I also like when I bite into it, there's like a burst of spice because of the chili padi. So I would give this a 7.5 out of 10.
I like the bean sprouts, it's nice and crunchy, but the only thing that I don't like about this dish is the salted fish, it's too salty. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay, for me, personally, I like the taste of the ginger. It's like really strong, and also the bean sprout is very crunchy, so I like it as well. I'll give it a 8 out of 10.
For me, I think the bean sprouts are quite juicy and sweet, and then I think the salted fish for me is like okay as well. It adds more flavor to the bean sprouts, but I think like the spiciness is a bit like, cause it comes in, it's quite strong, so it kind of like it has the kick in flavor. But as someone who doesn't really like spice, so I think for me the rating would be 7 out of 10.
And now we'll be tasting the hot and sour soup.
and sour soup. Actually, this is my first time trying it. So I do like the initial flavor of all the herbs and spices that was added, like the seasonings. And for me, I feel like it's a little bit too vinegary. Like it has a sour aftertaste. So overall, it's like very flavorful. So I would give it a 6.5 out of 10.
For me, I like this soup because it tastes like the mock shark fin soup. The seasoning is good and I like the sourness of the vinegar in the soup, yes.
For me, I really like it because I made it. Sorry, okay. Seriously talking, right? I like the sourness and the spiciness of the soup that is given by the pepper. So I will give it 8 out of 10.
Oh wait, I forgot to give rating. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, I think the amount of vinegar in the soup is just nice, and I think the taste is quite nice as well. And I think the amount of ingredients you get in the soup is quite abundant. So the only thing I don't really like about the soup is I feel like the consistency could be a bit thicker, but I think overall I give it an 8 out of 10 as well.
Okay. So what's your process in making the fried rice and the bean sprouts?
The process. Everything was very fast paced because for the bean sprouts you have to cook it fast, if not it will get soggy very quickly. And then the fried rice, if you don't mix it well enough, then the rice will be lumped together, yeah, and the flavor will not be there.
For me, I made the soup, so I encountered a lot of challenges. So the first challenge was I burned the ginger, so I had to redo the ginger. And the second was like because you have to bring the soup to a boil and then add the eggs in so that it cooks the eggs. But my soup was not hot enough, so the eggs did not form. Yeah, in the end I had to add 1 more egg. So in the end the soup has 2 eggs. And the chef gave me comments saying that the color was not right because of the eggs. It was mostly because of the eggs, the appearance is like that. Yeah.
So both of them also cook this dish. You can ask them to for their experience.
So I made the fried rice in my group as well. For me, it was also a very fast-paced environment because it's very important to give the wok hei flavor in the fried rice. But something that our chef commented initially was it was a little bit too salty and then not salty at some areas. So that shows that I didn't really mix the rice and the seasonings properly. And he also said that the rice was a little too dry because I was very focused on getting the wok hei flavor in it, that I didn't really think about that if I fried too much, the rice would get dry. So overall, it was a fun experience cutting the ingredients and cooking the dish itself.
For me, I made the soup, and I think one main challenge was controlling the temperature, especially at the start, because if the temperature of the pan is too high, then the ginger will be easily burnt. And for me, I think everything else went quite smoothly, but also it's quite fast paced because you have to keep taking note of the temperature and making sure the consistency of the soup is correct. So it's supposed to be kind of like a shark fin soup consistency where it's supposed to be slightly thick. And for us, the comments the chef gave was the ingredients were quite nicely cut, and then the flavor was okay. The color was pretty the color was pretty, it was dark lah, so it was consistent with what the chef made. But I think he said that flavors wise it could be a bit more peppery and vinegary as well. Yeah.
Now we have come to the end of the mukbang. See you in next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.
We are your hosts. I'm Verene.
And Abhinayaa and Culinary Technology. We are your hosts. I'm Shuen. Hey there, hello foodies. Welcome to an episode.
Module will be be covering the essentials of and in this episode, we'll be focusing on we'll be covering only on this